Hello, life science students. Mr. Eaton here. Beginning of week two. On campus, classes have started and things are moving along. And I wanted to come to you today to try to answer some questions that I've been getting from students and also to set your minds at ease. I don't want you to panic. First off, I want to apologize. I was not around last week. After Monday, I was helping my widowed sister-in-law move from the San Francisco Bay Area up into the Flathead Valley of Montana around Flathead Lake and a small town called Big Fork. I did respond to a few of you in your community posts, your introductions, but I have more to do and I'll be working on that today. Also, a number of you have turned in some work, and I'm really pleased to see how you're getting going right away. And that also throughout the rest of this week to get those corrected and put up for you to get feedback. One of the things I do want to mention is that when you turn in, particularly your written assignments, your reflective writings, if there's a problem, and if I think that you could benefit from revision, I will not score your work, but I will return it to you with some important pointers or something that you did that I was not in compliance with the formatting process or the formatting standard that Moody uses with MLA, and I'll send it back to you with some notes on what to do. That doesn't mean you rewrite it. What I want you to do is revise. Take your file, hopefully you saved it on your computer. Take your file, open it up, make the necessary revisions, add anything you need to add, and then reread it to yourself, and then submit it back to the grade book. And what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll blitz your first attempt so you can resubmit after you've done the revisions. No penalty on that. It's a practice that I have because one of the things that is important, especially as you're getting prepared for some form of Christian ministry, even if it's just witnessing as a mother or father someday, um, is good writing habits and skills. And a lot of us are still learning that. Also, one thing on the reflective writings, I do require for this class, and I've mentioned it before in a couple of my previous messages. I do require at the end of every reflective writing a brief bibliography with your textbook properly cited in the bibliographic form and the Bible that you use. Why do I want those? Because those are your two key resources for the course. And the textbook, of course, as you're discussing items that were specifically introduced in the textbook, does not matter if you've heard them before. As you're discussing them in your reflective essay, make sure you have your textbook and your Bible listed in a bibliography at the end. Now, if you mention a concept that's specifically from that particular chapter or lesson you've been reading, if you cite a Bible passage, and you put the citation in MLA form in there, and you quote the Bible passage, or even if you don't quote it, if you refer to it and you put the biblical passage in, make sure the Bible is in your bibliography. Okay, that's a must. So, as a matter of habit and a formatting regular routine, make sure you include a bibliography with the textbook and your Bible in all your reflective writings. Okay? This week, as you're working through lesson one is a general introduction mostly. A lot of it will be familiar to you if you had high school or junior high biology or pre-biology, or if you had chemistry or any other um, high school or junior high science course, so the material will be familiar. Um, you'll be discussing scientific method, scientific process, which is based on the premise of that we live in an ordered universe with regular and predictable phenomena, not like what evolution says, which is that we live in a chaotic universe where things come about randomly by chance through mutation that is driven by natural selection and so on. Um, there are a number of other things, molecules, atoms. You'll be dealing with specific kinds of molecules, the structure of the atom, and so on. So as you're getting into it, if you have some questions, please don't hesitate. You can email me or text me right away, and I'll get back to you with well, not necessarily answers. I may guide you depending on the nature of the question. That's it for right now. If you have any other questions, several of you have already emailed me, and I hope I was answering questions for people this morning, so you should be seeing those now. If you need to do a revision on your reflective writing, I will send it back to you with my notes, but I won't score it right away. I'll send it back with my notes on things that need to be corrected. Maybe it's formatting, maybe it's something about the writing where grammar or punctuation are incorrect. Anyway, I will do that on the first few reflective writings, and then I'll go in and empty your attempt in the gradebook so that you can resubmit it when you've made the revisions. And that way you'll get the habit, you'll get the understanding of how to format and how to put together your reflective writings for the course. It's just standard practice. It's written up in the syllabus, but many people haven't looked there. Okay, that's all for now. I'll talk to you later this week. Have a great week, and God bless.